What's up, witches? Welcome back to Strange Antiquities. Alright, so last we left off, we just got this puzzle card here, which means that we need to take a visit to the castle. If you guys are new here, this is part 3 of our Strange Antiquities series. If you guys haven't seen the first couple of videos, please take the time. Is it part 3 or is this part 4? It might be part 4. If you guys are new here, please take the time. If you're... Oh my god, excuse me. If you're bored, take the time to check out my other videos and the predecessor to this game, which was Strange Horticulture. That was also a very fun game. Loved the living dickens out of that. So, I can't praise these games enough. These games are so good. I love them so much. I love the different puzzles. I love the occult, you know. In the first one, it wasn't as... Can I click on you? See? See what I'm saying? Like, every now and then I find something new. I bet it's once we find this last puzzle piece. Anyway, done talking about the past. Let's go ahead and move forward. Obviously, we need to take a visit to the castle, so let's do that and see what we can find. See what goodies. Oops, castle. Thank you. Also, I just woke up, so I've got a little bit of some gravel going on. I'm doing my best to... I didn't want to say lube it up, but I'm going to say lube up my throat with some coffee. What is this? What is this? Do you guys... What is this? Anyway, alright. So, she said, the maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. So... It could essentially be any Mars in winter, rising in summer. Couldn't it kind of technically be any one of these towers? There's no other clue, right? I am buried among the trees. So, hold on. Before we start screwing everything up, let's just double check and make sure there's not a tower in town. You never know. Mossy wood. Galfrey's Tower? 22. Let's see. Is there a forest around it? Because she did say... It did say, I am buried among the trees, but I don't see any trees here. Or could she... The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Could it possibly be pointing to this forest? I feel like I'm jumping way to conclusions here. Let's try it. Okay, this was a mistake. Son of a biscuit. Okay. So it's got to be the castle, because that was the only tower we saw. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. So, there's trees at the front of the castle, it looks like, if this is accurate. So, could it be... I'm looking for any other symbolism as well. I must have taken a wrong turn. This isn't where I was meant to come. Oh, no! Okay. There's got to be a clue I'm missing. The maiden in the tower points the way. Could these symbols mean anything? Is there a symbol that means maiden? Seems like another big jump, but you never know. Maiden, maiden, maiden. Mars in winter, rising in summer. Is there a symbol for Mars? I'm squirreling, but... maiden. Anything that represents the maiden. Okay. It's not necessarily a symbolism thing. The maiden in the tower points the way. There wasn't any other towers here. Let's double check. I'm gonna read through the list again. I still want to go see Strange Horticulture, but I'm kind of afraid it's gonna count against us here. That is the only thing that even says tower, resembles a tower. Maybe we're supposed to go to the tower itself. Because I guess she could have been pointing this way or this way. Let's see what happens if we go to the tower. Oh! I climbed the narrow, winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I am not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the Maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. So we're looking to the east. She's pointing to the east and beyond, and if we go directly east, look what we find. Mossy wood. Let's try it. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there's nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Lovely. So it was hidden in the trees. Ooh, that's pretty cool. All right. You're a little bit of stone, a little bit of bronze, but it doesn't matter. We'll just put everything that we don't know over here at this point. I can't wait until we can unlock this. Still keeping my eye out for anything that would fit in this thing. We're still... It did... I don't know what this is about. The other puzzle that we needed that was down here became part of the story, so maybe it's the same for these other things. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, let's help some customers. Hello, Verona. Good morning. I walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday, and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it. Belly up and blackened they were. Ugh. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I don't blame you. I'm on my way to Calgarth Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier, and she said the two women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. I thought we learned what caused that, though. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. Okay. Who's Anna? Is she somebody we know? I don't think so. That's Verona, Rebecca. No, that's nobody that we met, so... Well, a big character at least. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Nalar Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about, second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago and went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Ooh, I am intrigued, Anna. Let's explore. Right, so she said northern tip of Nalar Island. Boop boop, that's right here by the tower. And row across from there. Which way? Second from the left in a row of 4. So... from the northern tip, it's got to be this group. But second from the left, I can't choose individual. Second from the left in the row of 4. Let's try. Well, it worked. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pool out onto the wooden floor on either side. That looks scary. In the center of the altar, there is a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been there for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole or any way of opening it at all, but after a while I notice an inscription that simply says, "I open to the voice." Okay. I don't think we need this. The voice. So the only thing that I know that we have is the voice of Cernunnos. Let's see what it says about... Oh! Antlers. Antlers. The name Voice of Cernunnos is used to refer... We know what it is. We've identified it, but... It's a pagan god of forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with antlers. So does he just want... this there? Let's... Oops, wrong button. So just to double check, let's make sure there's nothing else that says anything about a voice. Because there's Eye of Cernunnos. Anything about a voice? I don't think so. Let's look up voice in the index, just in case. Nope, not in here. So, I mean, that seems insanely obvious that that's what we need. So, which one was the voice? I didn't know I could zoom like this. How do I... Oh my god. Oh my god. Voice of Cernunnos. Right here. Let's try this. See what happens. Ooh! The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Oh, how lovely! Oh god. I hope I didn't take something that somebody is going to come back and exact revenge on me for. Can you fit here? Ugh, that's too cluttered. That's too cluttered. Let's put you with these guys. There we go. Because I think these are both gold. Yeah, these are both made of gold. I know there's other stuff made of gold, but whatever. We're starting to run out of room. Lester Crowley. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. Bars! It is not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. For your part, a leaden heart of the thematic art. What? Bars. That was cute. Oh, we can archive this. Boink. Alright, he wanted a what? I'm sorry. A lead heart. I already forgot what was going on. Lead heart. These items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. So non-human form would be the antler, wouldn't it? Or the stag? Or did we identify him already? What happened to the stag thing? It was with... You guys know what I'm talking about? We had him with the tree. Oh, I forgot to close this. Yeah, that was funny. Okay, I think it's this. It said it was really heavy because there's iron inside of it. So let's see how heavy it is. Oh my gosh, is it more than 2 pounds? Yeah, so it's pretty heavy. I think it might be this guy. Doing. Oh, wrong button. Identified. Using the index, I remind myself that Serenos has antlers, suggesting his non-human form could be a deer. Using my weighing scales, I can, in fact, confirm that the item is heavier than it looks. Corbin's Might. No more. Oh, those were all of your rhymes for the day. Okay. Angus Eaton. Sorry, Jupiter. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. Okay, thank you. Is this the thing that goes in the thing? The mechanism? Let's see if this fits in here really quick. Nope. Alright, it was worth a shot. Let's take a look at it, though. Color and composition also made of gold with a black gemstone. Smooth. Nothing to remark. Okay. Close that before I freak out because I can't find something. Excuse me. Let me scoot you over here. Next customer, please. Oh, Eli, hey, we just got this. Do you want it? It wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I'm going to need to rely on you for a little longer. What is going on out there, Eli? The Order of the Black Veil seems more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I will be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. Me too! Excuse me. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Alright, boss, I know exactly what a Scythian charm is. It is... Excuse me. A plant? Old Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. And guess what? It is raining right now, so we're looking for something that's warm and tingly. It could be out of wood or planetary metals, because the only wood items I have are this one and this one. So let's just take a look right here. White paint, rough and gnarled, excuse me. Didn't it say warm and tingly? I don't think this is it. Okay. Our other wood option is this one. Dark wood hue, green gemstone, polished wood. Sense of touch, hard and cool, polished. It has a pleasant scent that reminds me of the forest. This is, I would have this in my home. This is actually a really cool piece. I would have a lot of these in my house. So the other wood items that we have are these, but I'm not really sure. Wood, dark purple gemstone. This looks like another constellation, perhaps. Rough. An uneven texture. Okay. It has a strong odor, sharp but not entirely unpleasant. Nothing to remark. I have a feeling it's probably not these, but nothing to remark there. Sharp aroma. Hard and somewhat rough. Wood. Gold paint. Oak, if I'm not mistaken. Hard and somewhat rough. Sharp aroma. I don't think it's these. I don't think it's that. So planetary metals include Let's go back to the planetary metals: copper, gold, iron, lead, quicksilver, silver, or tin. I think the only things we have are gold, possibly iron. So let's look at our gold stuff really quick. And then the other detail was, oops, they change with the weather, usually cold but warm and tingly. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Gold, blue gemstone. This is silver. Warm. That's possible. Nothing to remark. And nothing to remark. So this one's possible. No remarks. Warm and smooth. Okay, well this is also warm. That doesn't help us. Gold and a light pink gemstone. Let's try this one. Gold. I don't remember if it was warm and tingly. Uh-oh. This was tin, wasn't it? I think this was made of tin, yeah. No remarks, no remarks. Uh-oh. Older ones are carved out of wood, but more powerful designs. Okay, so it's got, I think it's made out of, it has to be, because we only had so many wooden things. Usually quite cold. I believe you are bronze. Oh, that needs to go over there, excuse me. Also bronze. Oh, gold? I didn't realize you were gold. Pink, black. Sense of touch, cool. No remarks, no remarks. So you're gold. I got you confused. I think you're bronze. Yep. And you are also bronze. Bronze. Okay, this is gold with the gemstone. Oh, it's just describing the gemstones. Weathered. No remarks. Oops. But you're gold. Let's put you over with the wood buddies. Actually, let's put both of you together. I like you two together. You look cute together. What are you made of? Bronze. Green. So it's not this one. We don't need to waste our time. I think this one, I'm pretty sure this was also bronze. Yep. Okay. And you? Bronze. Let's keep all the bronze boys together. We tried the tin. What about you, my friend? Iron. Okay. A green marble that follows my finger. Intricate detailing. Oh boy. Silver and gold, okay. And it kind of has like a plant to it. Warm and vibrating with energy. I bet it's this guy. This is the only one so far. Yes. Okay. Item made of gold and silver. The leaves hint at the horticulture use of the item. Closer inspection reveals that it vibrates in the wet weather. Nice. Alright, see you later, boss. I'll be here. Jeez. Man, I don't think I've had a day off in a while. Actually, it's only been, I think it's only been 7 days, and I'm bitching about overtime. Well, I mean, I guess it's been 7 days. That's fair. Oh, the doctor. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. I'm going to throw my hands in the air. I'm finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. Ooh, is something calling to them, doctor? If nothing else, Duranthium tea from a restful mether might get a moment of lucidity out of them. But if you got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Well, honey, you're the doctor here. We can either do restful mether, or a witch's finger. So let's look these babies up. Okay, restful Mether. So this is a Thaumaturgy's link to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of mether. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. So that kind of sounds like what we need here, but she also said a witch's finger. Let's see what this is. Witch's fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. I am not gonna be responsible for that. I can tell you that right now. No, no, no. No, thank you. We're gonna do this. Okay, so this looks like it's one of the vessels over here. Or cups, whatever. This particular type can be used to enter meditative state. Taking out. So it doesn't really give me any sign, any kind of indication other than 3 handles. It's not really giving me a whole lot of clues here. It didn't look like it had any gemstones, so I'm guessing it's this one. Right, just says it's made of wood, hard and somewhat rough. A sharp aroma. I'm pretty sure it's this. This is the only one that has the 3 handles without the gemstone. And going between these two, this sounds like it could work, but it could kill them. And I am not going to be responsible for that. So take this one. Okay. That was wrong. Well, the only other one it could be would be this one. Dark purple gemstone. Does that have any sort of... It has a strong odor, sharp but not entirely unpleasant. How would I have known the difference? It has to be this one. What's the clue that I missed? Well, yeah, it resembles the cup in the sketch. It has several embedded iolite gemstones, stones of peace, which hint at its ability to induce a meditative state. I think they're reaching a little bit with this one. I didn't have a whole lot to go off of, but that's okay. We still got it. Honestly, we didn't have that many to choose from. Another chalice. Ooh. All right, we've identified this, so let's put it over here. I need this to unlock, please. Please. Oh, I forgot we do have all this counter space down here we can... Well, that's not what I meant. We have all this counter space down here that we can use as well if we need to. Alright, if Jupiter doesn't knock it off, the naughty little kitty you. Rebecca Rose. Oh, darling. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonder of the Ares remnant with me. Oh, yay! It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but already I'm feeling my way back to painting again. Oh, darling, you're so welcome. Yes, yes. You're so welcome. I'm so glad it worked. Oh, she came here just to say all that. I love her. All right, we made it through Saturday. All right, let's continue the story here. He knew what he had to do. Without hesitating, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. Once we get closer to the end here, maybe like about here, we can go back and review each one of these in case we're like, what the fuck? Because the last we left off, they had a coffin that's trying to get them, yeah, the casket is trying to get them to open it. It's infiltrating his mind. Also, we unlocked that Daedric hook page in our book with the last customer, so that's obviously significant. This looks like it could be like a chess piece, almost. A rook! I am closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Okay, so sun sets in the east and rises in the west. So it's going to be on the east side. Is it an east tower, perhaps? Closest to the sunset, but furthest from... Let's put this away. But is this referring to... I always click that, I don't need to. Is it referring to... It has to be referring to the castle. Mars in winter, rising in summer. So north is this way. So that means that this is west and this is east. So would it be this one? Furthest to the east? Hold on. I am closest to the sunset, but furthest from sunrise. Damn it. Okay. Okay. That has to be right, though. North, south, east, west. Closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Isn't this the one we clicked on? This is the one we clicked on, was it not? I think it was, yeah. So, Mars in winter, rising in summer. Does that have anything to do with this puzzle? I don't think so. Let's look at this map, just in case. It would be to the east. Close. Is there some sort of tower over here? There's the eye. The pit? What the fuck? I don't think that's anything. I'm pretty sure, excuse me, I'm pretty sure it's the castle. Closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Could that, maybe this is too literal? Is there a symbol for sunrise, sunset? Mars in winter. Is there a symbol for winter? No, I don't think so. Mars. Okay, so it's very literal then, because I don't see any symbology. I am closest to the sunset, but wait, you guys, I'm so stupid. Sunrise is in the east and sets in the west. Guys, I'm so stupid. Why didn't you say anything? I bet you guys were screaming at me the whole time. No, you're so... It's fine. It's fine. Sometimes I'm just a little slow. And sometimes I have the biggest brain ever. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one, but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. Ooh, 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 ooh. These are cute. Okay, we are gonna have to put these over here. I know I'm putting them so far over, but I want you more. Oh, okay, hold on. We identified you. So let's... Ow! I'm so sorry. I keep hitting my desk. Just whapping it. That's inappropriate. We know he's bronze, but we'll stick him down here anyway, so we could kind of keep these likenesses together. Plus, I don't like this down here. It's bugging me. Okay, this should be all gold. This is stone and miscellaneous. Well, this is bronze. All right, I think we got it well organized. So let's take a look at this piece of paper. By a diurnic seal, object made from silver. Isn't this what it's talking about? The diurnic fields? Oh, thermic fields. Oh no, a diurnic field pattern. These Fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. I don't think I have a thematic lens. I have like a this, but I don't think this has any sort of significance. I don't think. Alright, just taking a look. So we're not worried about this at the moment. This is something that we'll keep over here. Can I put it in the drawer? It's definitely a scrap from something. Object made from silver. Hopefully we'll find the rest of that information here soon. I think we're ready to move on with the day. Oh, the doctor's back. How did we do? As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange lately. Uh-oh. She never got over the death of our father. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now, with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. Oh shit. Sis is losing it. I'm worried she's gonna do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. Okay. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know that she is still loved. Oh, that's so sweet of you. I've seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. I think that might be... Didn't this say it's a good, like, romantic or a gift to a loved one? What is her name, by the way? Bonnie? Bonnie. So Bonnie Robertson. We want to make sure that she is put in check. All right, so a wooden totem. I'm pretty sure what she wants is... Oops, not you. Not you. What's that called again? Lead heart. Let's see what it says about it, because I think that's what she's looking for. They are said to kindle romantic interests and are sometimes given as gifts. Oh. So maybe not that. The only wooden totem that I have left are these two. And she wants something to make her feel loved. This doesn't feel like it's... What is that symbol? I'm curious. Whoa! I got excited with the buttons there. I want to see what that symbol is really quick to see if it has any relevance whatsoever. We don't have a lot of wood, so... Okay, so maybe it has nothing to do with it at all? Maybe it's something we've already identified. So let's take a look. What was the horned shackle again? Horned shackle. This one was to bring about change and overcome personal demons. I don't know. What else do we have that's wood over here? We have these things. Selenic totem. Let's see what that is again. To make her feel love. Oh, I tried to change the page with the button. Commonly known as moon hearts, imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy. Maybe this is what she wants. That is certainly what I would want. Okay, so a Selenic totem. Let's try this. Yay! Now you go take that to your sissy and you tell her that she needs to chill out. Thank you. Unfortunately, I have some bad news to share. Fuck! Did I kill the guy? Jack Hungerford has not responded well to the Dranthium tea. If anything, he appears to have sunk deeper into a trance. Oh no. I daren't try anything else in case I make things worse. So I'm curious if here the witch's finger would have made a difference. But at least he's not dead. You know, he's just sleeping a little bit harder today. Give you a little pat so you don't jump. Verona! Those silly sods at Calgarth Hall wouldn't let me in to look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lived there at some point in the past. Sounds like Verona. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it just might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. Verona, boop, you're my girl. It's not so easily put off, though. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have a Tenenbrand cloak I could use this evening? I've got some snooping to do. I love you. I want to grow up to be like you. Let's find Tenenbrand cloak. Upon activation, a Tenenbrand cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone, set in bronze, gives power to these totems. So bronze with a single... Let's see. This feels like way too many symbols to just be a cloaking mechanism. So I'm trying to remember what all those symbols are as well. It could be this one or this one. Bronze, wood, dark green. Pointy! Scent and smell, nothing. But it could also be this one. Bronze, a turquoise gemstone. So let's look at gemstones really quick. A single stone set in bronze. So let's see if anything kind of invisibility or stealth or dark purposes. I don't think so. Peace and safety. An anchor between body and mind. The fourth eye, a stone of sight. Maybe. A stone of protection and enveloping night. Interesting. A stone of night and darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. Okay. So it could possibly be an onyx or possibly a moonstone or malachite. So I think it's either going to be green, pink, or black. But we don't have anything else. This is gold. It said bronze, correct? Bronze. And darkness is popping out. So I'm leaning towards black now. So bronze with a black stone. Ooh, is it this? Oh no, that's gold, silly. Bronze with a single stone. We only have... Scooch over, please. We only have 3 options here. As far as bronze and a single stone. But hold on, let's look over here really quick. No, because we haven't identified it. You goofball. It has to be one of these 3. Are there any symbols that indicate stealth or calm, confusion? Darkness. Okay, here's this. These are all the symbols on that other one. So that one represents the weather. So that's helpful. So we can eliminate that, I think. Oh, that's the witch's sign. That was the box I was looking for. Okay. So the only symbol I saw was darkness here. So this represents weather. What are those 2 symbols? I'm trying to eliminate symbols at this point. What are these 2? Is that heat and ice? No. That looks like a plant. That does look like heat, to be honest. Heat on the left, and I can't tell what the other one is. cold. Ah, okay. So it's not that one. I think it's the one... If I had to guess, I really think it's this. Fuck! Okay. There's nothing over here. Bronze with one single stone. Those are our options, people. That's it. Because this means hot and cold. These are the weather. That doesn't even have a gemstone. It wasn't this. This is in fact gold. Yeah. That's the weights. Oh gosh, you guys. I have no clue. We have a... I was gonna say we have a couple more guesses, but if there's somebody else after this that's just as difficult, we might be in trouble. I don't think it's any of these, and I'm sure it would have given us the opportunity to open that. So we haven't used the hint yet. I forgot we have hints up here. But I don't... This is all we have for bronze, to my knowledge. Unless, could it possibly have anything to do... So sometimes when we get... like these pieces of paper and stuff... But this is made from silver. I don't think this has any... Sometimes when we get stuff like this, we have to solve a puzzle to progress in the story. And since she's like a main story character... So we're gonna go ahead. We've gone almost 8 days without doing a hint, so let's see what the hint says. I should consult my gemstone book to see if there is a suitable stone for this item. Okay, we did that, and the only stone that made sense was the black one. That didn't really help us. Does this give us the same? Oh, a moonstone is a stone of enveloping light. That sounds promising. Oh, so it gives you even more hints. Okay, I thought it was just gonna... Oh, repeat hint. Okay, so it's a moonstone. The only... Which I was kind of leaning towards. Here, let's go down here and look again. I was leaning towards a moonstone. That's symbols, you goof. But the only moonstone that we have, I thought... was in this guy. This is the only thing... Wait, are you bronze? Oh, it could have been this the whole time. Let's see what the rest of it says. Warm, cool and smooth. Nothing to remark. These are the only two things it could be, and this is the only one that actually has bronze, so I'm gonna try this. Oh my gosh. This totem has a gemstone set in bronze. The gemstone is a moonstone, a stone of enveloping night, which hints at the use of this item. I had so much tunnel vision on the bronze. I should have checked to see if there was... I should have just paid attention to the gemstones. That's all right. So that's how the hint system works. Oh. I don't like to use the hints, but I mean... I was doing it to show you how it works. We're just gonna go that route. All right, next customer, please, and make it an easy one. Oh, Barton Potter. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. This is the guy that Bonnie is blaming everything on. His train was late, so we had a brief chat, and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. Gosh, could you imagine a time without cell phones? In other news, I've got a little something for you if you're interested. Sure. It's gonna cost you, but it's worth it. A map of the catacombs? Ooh, very rare. Worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. And all I'm asking for in return is a Valant. Okay, hold on, let me make sure that this is worth my while. I keep forgetting to mention, it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard hidden in the counter. So that's how we get into this. Okay. So I'm going to leave that there and leave this on the table too to kind of remind us that we got this going on. All right. So I need to open this somehow. So something that we have can open that. A Valant. So hold on. I put my book away. What a goose. I opened right to it. The holes in a Valant are of roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurers to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Oh, so do I have to hold it over a map, do you think? Valant. Okay, okay. So it has holes that are roughly equal size and spacing. Help you to find your way. So my first thought was this one. Or this one. And then doesn't it say... Bring out the map, please. What was it supposed to do? Hold on. A curious pulse. So no pulse there, I'm assuming. This one has holes. Let's try this one. No pulse there. Has holes of equal space. No. I thought I was onto something here, folks. Okay. What about this guy? Nothing to remark. I wonder if I can examine it here. Pitted, cool. These holes are different sizes, so I don't think it's this. Gold and iron. Okay, so you're actually gold, so you should be down here with the homies. Let's examine this one down here and see if it makes a difference. Weathered. Okay, nothing to remark. I don't think it's you. Okay. Oops. This is the only thing I can think of that makes sense. No pulsing. Okay. Hole of... Those are the only ones with holes, though. Those three. And I still don't have anything that can open this yet. I'm assuming he's gonna give me, like, a map of the catacombs, and then I'm gonna go to the catacombs and find what I need to open this. Because he wouldn't have told us that. I don't think he would have told us that if it wasn't important. That's the only thing with holes. It's not something we haven't... It's gotta be... It's gotta be... one of these three. It has to be. It's the only ones with holes. Well, one of these four, I suppose. I keep picking something up in my hand and it's not working. Okay. The holes in a Valant are of roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurers to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. I feel like if you hold it over a map, because the other things, you know, the candles turned... Is it... The candles turned a certain color. What happens if I explore and then use it? Oh, it went away. That's not the... Okay, there's too much on the table. I'm putting these back in. All right. Let's put you away. We know what we're kind of looking for. This doesn't pulse. What happens if I pull this? Oh, what? I feel a pulsing power like a beating heart. Why didn't it say that before? It's you! There you are. Jesus. That was easy. No, it wasn't. This item has evenly spaced holes. On closer inspection, I'm able to feel the energy concentrated at the tip. Just the tip. Alright, map of the catacombs. Fuck yeah, bros. So do I have to... Oh. Okay, let's move this stuff over here now. Now that we have some room. We'll put you here. No, that's not what I meant. Put you there. Put you there. That's not what I meant. Put you... Okay, get on the shelf then, I guess. Okay, we're starting to kind of thin the herd over here a little bit. We're getting there. Alright, Jupiter, a little pat for you, and bing! It's Bonnie. It's Bonnie. I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness. All these people with the pitch black eyes. Who is it, Bonnie? But nobody is listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm gonna take care of it myself. Uh-oh. A Corvin's Might, please, and I'll be on my way. Okay, so she asked us not to give her anything dangerous. So we are gonna do exactly not that. What does she want? Either a Gray's Grace or Corvin's Might. So what's a Gray's? Let's see what Corvin's Might is, because that sounds real nasty. A Corvin's Might, sometimes called an Eagle's Gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. When the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle, and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. Okay. That honestly doesn't sound too bad, but it says it's an assassin's tool. And then Gray's Grace. That is... Boop. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. They share the design of a shadow catcher. So maybe that's what's going on with her. She's just getting, like... I don't want to say PTSD, but, like, flashbacks of her dad dying, so she doesn't know how to deal with it. Because the town's going through it again, maybe? They share the design of a shadow catcher. Which kind of looks like this, in my opinion. Gold, iron, sense of touch, it was weathered. Inner perception, nothing to remark. So let's see what these gemstones mean. So we have orange, green, and black. I thought black represented darkness. Oops, not you. Not you. So this is a stone of sight. Fire and light, heat. I guess it could be this one. Earth and nature. And stone of fire and fury, or stone of darkness. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. It did say it's a pendant, though. It looks like a shadow catcher. This kind of looks like a shadow catcher. But that's heat and cold. Pointy. Pointy. It shares the design of a... Oh, this... No, it said pendant, right? Worn as a pendant. Okay. So it has to be one of these. And I am between this one and this one. But this one has so many negative aspects to it. At least represented by the gemstones. And there was nothing else over there. Shares the design of a shadow catcher. Worn as a pendant, though. It's got to be a pendant. She keeps catching my eye, but I don't think that's right. Keep forgetting I have buttons I can push. Maybe the gemstones don't really help us here. Maybe that's just mucking up my brain. It's... We still have a ways to go, so we can still make some mistakes. Why am I looking over here? All right, let's just start taking chances. So it's a pendant that looks like a shadow catcher. What is a shadow catcher? Shadow hold. Let's see what this one looks like. Ah! So we know what a shadow's hold is. So it must be this one. I don't know why I was caught up on gemstones. It's gotta be this one. All right. Identified. Gray's Grace. Using the index, I find a sketch of a shadow catcher design in my book, a design that this item shares. Closer inspection reveals that it does indeed dispel melancholy. Okay, cool. All right, girl. Yep, you just be on your way now. Love you. Bye. Don't insult me, Tomaturge. This isn't some depression that can be cured with your little trinkets. Oh, shit. I will get hold of a Corbin's Mite. Oh, no. She knows. She's on to us. She's on to us. Oh, that is the end of the day. Excellent. All right. So let's go ahead and end the day. Boink. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged towards the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. So, excuse me, his remaining good eye? Is this talking about good old Mr. Potter? Because he does have an eye patch. I wonder if that's what it's referring to. Oh, this looks like a tombstone. I think I'm right. No clues? That's all you're giving me? All right. Well, there's another day done for us, so we're gonna go ahead and call it right here. This is where we'll pick up in the next episode. Thank you guys, so much for checking out the video. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below. What choice would you have made? And if you've played this game before, no spoilers, but let me know if I will indeed regret that. All right, thank you guys again so much. I love you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.